Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me and as a result speaking to all the affiliates.
Absolutely.
Which has been growing with leaps and bounds thanks to your
Yeah.
amazing company. We're at over 300 in the Facebook group and well over 500 as far as the number of affiliates.
I didn't realize that, Stephanie.
Yeah, it's pretty, they are a powerful force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, they are. You're doing a great job.
And they're so passionate about you and the company and the family run, aspect of it. And the products really, like so many people, have just said like this is the only CBD product that's really made a difference for me.
Oh,
So I'd love for you to just tell your story about, how you got involved in CBD, because I know this wasn't what you were doing just last year.
Right, yeah, really, it's April, it was a year ago, April.
Oh, wow, okay.
My oldest son came to visit me. I had just come back from a trip to Africa. I was gone 3 weeks. I was exhausted, needless to say.
Wow, that's jet lag times 20.
Yeah, exactly. And I was having a hard time sleeping. So Jared came to visit, and he started talking to us about CBD. I was explaining that I was having a hard time sleeping. I hurt my shoulder. I was carrying books. One of the countries I went to was northern Uganda, and we were working in a refugee camp. And I was bringing books to a school there because they had no books. We were starting a library.
Wow.
But I just lifted that suitcase wrong and hurt my shoulder. So while Jared was there, we actually went to a store. I got some CBD, and I took it that night and slept through the night. That first night. So there was something to this CBD. It was my first time ever trying it. So that's only a year ago.
Wow, that's amazing.
Isn't that crazy?
So you tried it and you were just like, I need to get more people to understand the benefits of this.
Yes. And we started researching out manufacturing and, what was it that we were really looking for? What kind of products would we want to carry? We knew we wanted something that was organically grown. We wanted a full spectrum. At the time, I didn't realize that full spectrum had THC in it. I knew I didn't want THC in my products at that time. So we just kind of went down the road of researching out manufacturing, and and here we are.
And why did you decide you didn't want THC at that time?
I don't do well with THC. I feel more anxious. I've tried.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And so I just wanted the effects of the CBD without THC.
Yeah, and I know for a lot of people, the zero THC is a requirement just because of their jobs. Like if you're a nurse, or there's so many companies that just do drug testing.
That's right.
You can't have any amount, so it's awesome for it to fill that need.
Yeah.
We have a lot of female affiliates, and of course, power in female. There's females in this room right now. So I'd love to just hear your thoughts about, how it felt being, a founder of a CBD company and kind of even though we're not cannabis, but we're in that space, and like how you feel like the industry is welcoming women and, what your role has been from the female perspective.
Yeah, so my partners originally were my husband and my oldest son.
Right.
So there was 3 of us. It was different for me stepping into this role as founder, CEO, a leader in this company. I haven't done anything like this before. And they have. So that was a little intimidating for me.
Oh, interesting.
But honestly, I feel like it's just part of who I am. Almost like it's part of my purpose to be in this role. I have noticed in CBD and in the cannabis industry, a lot of women leaders, a lot of women business owners.
Yeah.
You don't feel that patriarchal thing that you would, I feel like, in the corporate world.
Yeah.
Like you do in this industry. So this is a wide open business opportunity for women.
And one thing, not to stereotype, but women, we do tend to be more nurturing, and I feel that with organics and like all the communication that you have to like me as employees and customers even, it's a very like nurturing environment, and I think it's so important because people are using CBD because they're usually in pain or suffering in some way.
Yeah.
So I love that it has that softer component to it.
Yeah, thank you, Stephanie.
They really want to know just kind of your thoughts on the industry as a whole. You know, the big news last week was, you know, the Walgreens CVS, and I think there's a little bit of like uncertainty of like, oh my gosh, the space is getting so crowded, and now like why would they just, you know, why would they buy online when they could just, you know, stroll in to CVS and pick it up on the counter? So if you could just talk about that and where you think that's headed.
Yeah, well, first of all, I think being in Walgreens and CVS, and we have Lucky's down the street.
I love Lucky's. I went there for the first time.
Right? I feel like it gives CBD recognition. I don't feel like it's a competition. I stand behind our products as far as quality, and I think it's a good thing that there's more exposure. You know, I still feel like there's that education piece that's in this industry where we're still educating people on what is CBD and what are the effects and, you know, how can you personally use it. So I feel like having it in these other big, you know, stores, the Walgreens, the CVS, Lucky's, I want to be in Whole Foods. I want to be in Nordstrom, you know, with our salve or skincare. So I think it's a good thing. I think it's recognition of the industry.
And you know, just from the affiliate perspective, like all of the brands that I've worked with have had, you know, a presence in retail.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it's just, you know, as a company, you want multiple, and it has done nothing but lift the affiliate sales. 'Cause
Yeah.
the reality is some people want a direct relationship with the brand.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think the customer service with the chat and it just being so warm, you know, and like, if you have any questions, you know, being able to ask questions is going to be better than, you know, trying to find somebody at Walgreens, which I personally have never been successful at, unless I'm like walking up to the pharmacist.
Right.
But yeah, I see that it lifts the sales, the online sales versus like detract from it. So I really don't feel like affiliates have anything to worry about, especially as affiliates are also providing that same education and that handholding because there is.
It's personal.
Yeah.
It's a personal relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. So kind of where we're still talking about general stuff, and you did touch on this, I don't know how much deeper we want to go into it, is, you know, everyone noticed that we changed the verbiage on the site from full spectrum to, you know, broad spectrum, and then, you know, there's all different terminologies for different types. So why did you decide to make that change?
So at the beginning of our business, the manufacturer we were using, this is the verbiage they used, was full spectrum. And it's full spectrum, except we have no THC, which makes it broad spectrum. You know, the full spectrum is everything included, the flavonoids, the fatty acids, you know, all the cannabinoids, plus THC. And in our process, we take the THC out. So we're really broad spectrum. In the beginning, we didn't know, there's no regulation, the terms were broad, no pun intended.
Right.
And so we really considered ourselves full spectrum because this is the verbiage our manufacturer was using.
Right.
So, but the truth is, without the THC, it's broad. We have everything else, we still have the terpenes and the flavonoids and the fatty acids, but we take the THC out.
Right. You know, and I love the fact that you guys are so open about like, hey, we're a new company. This is really a new industry. I mean, it's not new, but as far as like how much it's become, you know, available to the public in the education. And, you know, it's like, you know what, we're changing it. It wasn't right and we're fixing it.
Yeah.
You know, we saw that with the lab testing too. You know, it was like, you know what, we're doing different lab testing because we didn't realize, you know, and I just, being able to pivot like that and be so transparent is, I think, what makes Joy another competitive advantage and unique.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Transparency is one of our core values, and I feel like we all want to stand behind that. And we're learning a lot.
Yeah.
Every day we're learning a lot, and we want to be transparent in that process.
You and me both.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, it's such a learning curve. Because, you know, just more information is coming out, more studies are coming out, and I think we're all in that boat. You know, I feel like the affiliates are the same way. So kind of just keeping to the general, like talking about, you know, how we remove the THC in the distillation process, like what are the pros and cons of food grade ethanol or CO2 used for extraction?
So in the beginning, we were using the food grade ethanol. but the manufacturer that we're using is moving everything to CO2 extraction.
Mhm.
And the benefits of CO2 extraction, it's a cleaner process. You don't have the dumping of the food grade ethanol, you don't have that infused in your product. So it's a much cleaner practice, and that's why they're moving everything to the CO2 extraction.
And when you're referring to the manufacturer, you're referring to the people that provide you with the CBD.
With the oil.
With the oil, because I think there's a lot of confusion with that. They're like, well, you're just reselling products, and it's like, no, we have
No,
our own formulations, but we're not like, can't specialize in getting the oil.
not yet.
Maybe one day, yes.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
you
that
never
be
know.
amazing?
Uh-huh.
Wouldn't surprise me based on how fast this company is
Yeah.
growing.
Yeah.
And then, another buzz, and this has been going around for a few weeks, is, are we gonna start using hop instead of hemp? And, what your thoughts are of that. I haven't really seen any other companies doing it, but it's kind of like this exciting horizon thing just to get people talking about removing the stigma. So what are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, we probably at Joy Organics won't move to using the hop plant. Just even saying it, I can't help but think about beer.
Yeah.
And I'm gluten-free.
Me too.
So I don't know if I would ever use hops, but I would use other phytocannabinoids that don't come from hemp.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of other plants that have phytocannabinoids in them. So we do have something in the works right now, not hops, but not hemp.
Top secret.
Top secret?
I
can't tell you.
Hear about it. All right.
Yeah, we're really excited about it.
And going with the products, this is more specific to Joy, which is, do you guys plan to get USDA organic certified? And just in general, like we've noticed the trend, like when you removed all the dyes from the soft gels, like I'm seeing this trend with the products of like going cleaner.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I was wondering what the overall strategy for that was and the certification.
So the strategy is we want to be as clean as we can. We are looking probably in May, all our tinctures will have certified organic carrier oils in them. I don't know that we could ever be completely certified organic because of the hemp. So we are working towards that. In May, we're doing a new product launch, brand launch. I want to say 98% of our product will be organic, but we won't be able to put the certification on there because the hemp right now is grown. And I think there's a 3-year process before that land can actually be considered certified organic, even though it's organic practices.
Oh, okay.
So
the hemp is organic, but it's not certified organic.
Right.
Because, right. That's a fact.
I think it's a 3-year process, and so it's so new.
Right.
But we're definitely moving in that direction.
I love that.
That's my heart.
And then kind of on that topic, a lot of people are talking about the energy drink and they want it in big plastic bins, which I always like tell them, like people are like, how much energy drink should I have? And I'm like, I have to take it at 7 a.m. and never again because it wires me. I'm like, I have so much energy. It's a good energy. And whereas my husband can take it 1 hour before he goes to sleep and like still pass out.
Yeah.
I know, it's an issue.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
No, that's not fair. That's hilarious.
So anyway, so they were asking like about like, will there be a cleaner energy drink in the future, and then will it be available instead of in the smaller packets, like kind of like I imagine like what you see like the protein powders in and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, so two things. Yes, I would like to have a formula with less ingredients, and that's on the table. I don't see it in the near future. We've got some other products that we're kind of working on right now. But yes, I would like to formulate a maybe a matcha or green tea or something like that. A cleaner formula.
Another product question is, will we be seeing higher doses available? I know right now our highest is 1,500
In the tincture.
in the t-shirt.
And then 25 milligram with our soft gel.
Right.
And then we have the vape. I don't think we need a higher dose. Even if I had somebody come in and they have cancer, I would still recommend either our soft gel, our 25 milligram soft gel, or our 1500 milligram tincture. More is not necessarily better.
I've heard
When
that.
it comes to CBD, we always have
Yeah.
people start really low, microdosing. So I would say no. I don't see us moving to something stronger. Now we are working on this new formula that we're super excited about, where you would actually be taking a lower dose of CBD, but the potency is going to be greater.
Oh, well, that's a
So be looking for that.
So a lower dose, but better results.
Better results.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we all want.
Yeah, exactly.
So we've been talking a lot about products. One more thing on the existing products that we
Yeah.
have. Someone had a question about the CBT and melatonin, which is, not the best sleeper, one of my favorite products.
Yeah.
And one that I recommend to a lot of my friends who have sleep issues. Is there a benefit to having it combined? Because they thought, well, could I, save a little bit of money, maybe do a tincture, and then buy the melatonin at, my local drugstore?
Sure. And yes, you could, but here's the thing about our melatonin. It's a water soluble. It's only 1 milligram, but it's a water soluble melatonin. So you're actually going to absorb that better than most of the products you're going to buy over the counter, your melatonin products. It's water soluble.
Gotcha. And I thought about that too, you can buy, and I know in your store you're talking about, you can buy stuff on Amazon CBD and not have the results. And I feel like with melatonin and any supplement, it's the same thing. They're not all created equal.
No.
Yeah, so that is the case. And then I would imagine too, the dosage is meant specifically to be paired with CBD as well.
Right. Well, so we can't use the word dosage.
Oh,
We
the
can only say serving.
combination.
Yeah.
Serving, okay.
It's really about the absorbability of that
Right.
melatonin in that product.
Okay.
You're going to absorb more of that 1 milligram water soluble melatonin than most anything you can get.
I know, and
over
I-
the counter.
so happy that I get to be in Fort Collins this weekend, and I just talked to legal, which is not normally my jam, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a whole other thing about talking about how we can talk about CBD, because you
Yeah.
brought that up, and
Yeah.
I know, the affiliates and myself,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, I should look, it's a moving target, because it's
Exactly.
such an expanding.
That's right.
So I'll do a whole separate thing about what we can say and what we don't say,
Yeah.
but I really like that, you pointed out saying
Yeah.
servings versus dosage, because
Yeah.
I would imagine it's the same for the affiliates.
Yes, absolutely. And serving is more of a supplement,
Mm-hmm.
and dosage is more medical, and that's why.
Oh, and yeah, and I talk a lot about,
Yeah.
this is
Right.
not medical,
Right.
don't do medical advice,
That's
do,
right. Don't
'cause
make
I'm
any
all about
claims.
protecting my affiliates and
That's
making
right.
sure that they don't get into trouble.
That's right. Exactly. Mhm.
So you've been kind of teasing about some product launches and brand changes
Mm-hmm.
and all kinds of little things that are coming up. Can you just touch on that as kind of our final?
Yeah. So the branding is, we're just kind of refining our look. It's the same brand, but better.
Can you tease about what might be a little? Is there a different focus or?
I don't know if it's a different focus as much as it's just enhancing our look.
Okay.
And we started, and it was the three of us, and we just did the best we could with what we had and what we knew.
Right.
But we brought somebody on that actually specializes in this.
Yes. She's
And
fabulous.
she's fabulous.
Yes.
So it's a better look and feel,
Uh-huh.
representation of who we are.
Awesome. Love it. I can't wait to see it. And that's going to launch in May?
Yes.
Yes. But it's web, so we're just going to say
Yeah.
May.
Yeah, that's good. Let's just keep that name.
Anyone who's built a website knows why there's quotation marks around.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then what about any upcoming products?
So today, I think we're supposed to get our gummies. We've been waiting forever for our gummies.
Oh.
And so I think it's today. I think we have a driver going to pick them up. But this is vegan.
I know, I'm so excited.
Right,
That's a big
It's like
deal.
5 ingredients.
Oh, wow.
I'm super excited about this. People have been asking for this. It's like the #1 Googled search for a CBD product, gummies.